Hello guys, this is Vaish. So the Hindu editorial for December 25. A lot of important articles are there and important prelims facts you will study. Colombo Security Enclave, Indian Ocean Rim Association, Indian Ocean Naval Symposium, Indian Ocean Region Forum on Development Cooperation. So everything looks similar, but the member countries are different, the host is different, the base is different, many things are different in these things, and so you have to know this because already in prelims questions have come in 2015 and 17 on two of these bodies, that is Indian Ocean Rim Association. If you see IORA, in this it has come like it is established very recently in response to incidents of piracy. Okay, so this very recently will be wrong, so this statement will be wrong. It is an alliance meant for maritime security only, so again that too will be wrong. Okay, so here answer will be neither one nor two. Same way, Indian Ocean Naval Symposium. Okay, it was held in India in 2015 under chairmanship of the Indian Navy. Okay, I mean the inaugural session they are telling. The first session happened in 2015. That is wrong because it happened in 2008. Okay, and Indian Ocean is a voluntary initiative that seeks to increase maritime cooperation among navies of the littoral states of Indian Ocean region. That is a true statement. So this is how easily you can solve it if you know the base information. Okay, like when did the first session happen, who are the members, what is their agenda, why was it made. So basic things if you know, you will be able to solve these kind of questions. Okay, now if you are enrolled to pack 4 or pack 5 students, I hope you have already given me your address and home details and all, because we have started couriering one by one, and you will be getting, okay, first I think you will be getting the laptop bag, and then you will be getting the hoodies, and later the notebooks, and many more other surprise gifts are there which we are planning in the next 6 months. Many students will keep getting. Okay, first phase is only for the pack 4 or pack 5 students, that is our prelims plus mains full-time students. Okay, and now the prelims batch is going on, 175-day timetable. If you want, you can enroll to this and try to clear the 2024 exam. Okay, after this 130 days kind of one timetable I am planning, but that will be very, again, you know, stressful. Okay, in 130 days if you have to finish your syllabus, it is very stressful. Daily you will have to study 100 to 150 MCQs which we design. So that I am working on it. So mostly January first week we launch it, and that 130 days you can strictly study Vaish IAS MCQs and explanations and hopefully clear the prelims. Okay, 2025 students, you have a lot of time. You can enroll to this 575-day plan. Okay, and there is installment plan also. So again, WhatsApp in the number given. Today's paper, if you see, this is the politics on wrestling, that is not required for exam. And here this I thought it will be important, but when I read it, it's going deep into economical terms of the labor supply, labor demand, wage unemployment. There are many terms are there which UPSC you will not go that much deep. So unless you are economics optional or interested in economics, don't read this article. It will simply be a waste of time. I've already done the reading for you. Okay, and then here the Kerala's local news are not required. And here in 2023, what was the most googled word? Okay, like Chandrayaan will be there, Vande Bharat will be there. Like there are many things which you Google. That things are just statistics they have given. So Colombo Security and Conclave we will discuss. India Science Congress we will discuss, and then UNFCCC, even though we have discussed multiple times, the COP28 now happened in Dubai, we have discussed, but there is a new thing for the first time they did, along with climate related thing, they are focusing on health as well. So that's a new development, and so that related some updates I will tell you. Okay, so 3 articles we will discuss in detail, so watch till the end, and I hope by now you have hit a like on this video. Okay, because we need the like and comments to keep this going as a free initiative. Okay, so this is the WhatsApp number for any queries, for joining our channel, for enrolling to current affair packs, to enroll to test series packs, or anything, any query you want to directly ask me, you have to ask on this WhatsApp number, which I hopefully know that you have saved it. Okay, and foundation video, many people skip it and then directly ask for Spectrum, Lakshmikant and all. Such people will not clear this UPSC exam. Okay, without knowing what is this exam, without how to prepare for this exam, without how to read a newspaper, you know basic information, if you don't know, then you will not clear this exam no matter how many textbooks or coaching you do. Okay, so please watch the foundation today itself. Okay, so Colombo Security Enclave. Okay, Colombo, you know, capital of Sri Lanka. So in that it is they understood that Colombo is there. Okay, and we are discussing means India is there. Okay, then also there is Maldives is there as the founding member. These 3 countries are there. They 3 had a trilateral kind of relation, some meeting or summit once upon a time. That's how this started. Okay, Colombo Security Enclave, and later 1 or 2 members are extra added, that we will see. So now the National Security Advisor level meeting happened now in December, and so Ajit Doval, the NSA, went to Mauritius. Okay, so that is in context in which we are discussing this, and previously also I had discussed this. So this 1 page is of theory which is not there in the newspaper. As I told, in 2011 a trilateral maritime security meeting happened between India, Sri Lanka and Maldives. Okay, and later Mauritius was added as the 4th member, and then Bangladesh and Seychelles are now added as the observers. Okay, and India has now told that they should also be made full-time members. So total we will have 6 members. That is the current membership, you can tell 4 plus 2, or it will completely become 6. Okay. Then so the meeting happened and they're discussing mainly on 5 pillars, which I'll show you in the next page. Okay, 5 pillars are which this Colombo Security Conclave every time discusses. So that we'll see what it is. And they are trying to restrict China's influence in the Indian Ocean region also. And also this is kind of giving India's importance or India's vision of the Sagar initiative also, which we have, security and growth for all in the region, that is the Indian Ocean region. So there these 6 countries, 6 Indian Ocean region countries are trying to come together, and sub-regionally they are trying to form a unit where you can try to counter China's influence, and also whatever is like failure which happened in South Asian, this one SARC, which we have, South Asian Association of Regional Cooperation, in which we have Pakistan as well, that is kind of failed now. Okay, because India is completely boycotted it, so that is failed. So that we should learn from that, and we should try to make Colombo Security Conclave a more successful regional or sub-regional body. Okay, that is what is the aim of this thing. So in a newspaper, if you see December, Ajit Doval went there to participate, and they are discussing on the things to how to promote a safe, secure and stable Indian Ocean. Okay, so you should also in your answer write like this. Okay, in a very crisp way, everything is conveyed: safe, secure and stable thing. Okay. So as I told, observer states are Bangladesh and India. Okay, 2011 you should know we started this, but by 2014 India-Maldives relations were a little strained, and then these meetings were not happening regularly. But in 2020, the COVID time and all, India pushed that we should revive it. Okay, because that is the time when we boycotted Pakistan and everything and all. So we want to revive this and then make this work for everyone. Okay, and we should expand it to Seychelles and Bangladesh. That is 6 countries should be becoming part of it. Okay, because India has a evolving strategic vision for the Indian Ocean. Okay, India, as you know, is the center. It's named after India only, Indian Ocean. So like that, it's very, very important region for us. And so when competition is also increasing, you know, USA is coming here, France is coming here, everybody is coming here and try to counter China. We should not lose our power here. Okay, that is why India is trying to revive this, because we are a traditional power in this region. Okay, and we are kind of a leader. Okay, in any situation, it's not like now for this meeting, for any security related issue, if any disaster happens, any cyclone happens, the COVID-19 came, every time India is the one who helped in recovery, in refugee management, in crisis management, in medicine supply, everything India will be in the forefront. So already traditionally we are very important. Okay, every country needs us, but because all these countries are dependent on China also, because of the import and China's like soft loans and many things, they are over dependent on China. Others will not have the power or the guts to raise voice against China or put a little bit stress on this Indian Ocean region. Okay. But India can do that because of this traditional outreach and the region and all. India will be able to try to show that we are the superpower here and it's not China. Okay, but China, you know, is strengthening its naval capability, maintaining strong defense relationship, conducting maritime exercises with the other country. Then they are setting up the base in Djibouti, which is in Africa, the Horn of Africa. They are controlling the Sri Lanka's Hambantota port. So like this, they are doing everything and anything which they can show that they are more powerful in the Indian Ocean region. Okay, and even this one, if you see, Indian Ocean Region Forum on Development Cooperation, this is something in which India is not there. Okay, this is something which China is conducting in this Indian Ocean region. And 2022 November also they had a meeting in which 19 countries took part. Okay, the theme is shared development, theory and practice from the perspective of the blue economy. So in my thumbnail I would have showed you 4 bodies. Colombo Security Conclave I already discussed, and this one we are discussing now. So this one they held a meeting. So all the other countries, okay, except India, all these people will have a meeting, and this is actually like kind of you can tell China's dependent countries. Okay, these all are like depending on China, and they all will come and have a meeting of what all to do in the this area. Okay, and then I told you in the starting 5 pillars. Okay, 5 pillars with which the Colombo Security Conclave always works on. One is maritime security and safety, one is countering terrorism and radicalization, one is trafficking and transnational crime, then cyber security, then human resilience. So this one, humanitarian resilience. So this 5 points you have to write when a question comes on Colombo Security Enclave. Okay, or if a prelims question comes and they give the pillars, you have to mark all of this. Okay, so like this, everything which is needed for your prelims as well as mains on these 2 topics. One is Colombo Security Conclave is done, one Indian Ocean Region Forum on Development Cooperation is done. Now the article is over. Now one more is there, where the same thing, what is the latest update? 2021 CSE has investigated terrorism and terror financing, narcotic, this thing. So many things they are doing. Okay, the gist you have to know is it's not just about any trilateral exercise or maritime exercise. They are investigating on almost all fields. In 2022, for the first time, they did a conference of oceanographers and hydrographers also. Okay, for coastal security and all, they are mapping the ocean and such things they are doing. That for the first time they did. So these are the latest updates, and that is why high chances there a question will come in the upcoming exam. Okay, and then joint working groups are established, okay, which is like again for terrorism, cyber security, humanitarian aid, drug trafficking, everything there is a committee kind of thing or working group kind of thing formed. And this NSA and deputy NSA, as I told, they are regularly meeting so that you can do capacity building, police enforcement, counter terrorism, all these are also happening. Okay, so CSE, a very young institution, remains vulnerable to domestic political changes in its member states. Okay, this exact line in UPSC mains will come. They will write this line and then tell like comment, justify, elucidate. So you should be able to write whatever I explained here. Okay, and also in the recent meeting, Maldives did not come. Okay, obviously because two reasons. One is China, close relationship they have, and also recently only Maldives election happened and they had a nationalistic campaign in which they told like go back India and they welcome China. So for both reasons, to support China, they boycotted the latest CSE meeting. Okay, so that is again a negative sign, but we'll see what is going to happen. Okay, because the Chinese card will be always there, and we have to see what India will be doing, because CSE will remain an important instrument to help it consolidate its regional leadership. So this is a very like proper mains answer content you have, and many prelims fact also you studied in this article. And the other two bodies which I told in 2015 and 17 UPSC asked, one is the Indian Ocean Rim Association. Okay, 1997 it was formed for the, again, Indian Ocean Rim means the littoral states of Indian Ocean. There they will discuss all the things. So the member states are like 23 member states and 9 dialogue partners. So every country you can imagine which is having the which is bordering the Indian Ocean, okay, will be here. Okay, except I think Pakistan will not be there, but almost all the countries, you can go and verify, will be there as a part of Indian Ocean Rim Association. Okay, Vaishya students will get a separate test series of international bodies in which with map and with pictures this will be explained. Okay, if you are enrolled, you don't have to worry, you will get detailed notes and pictures on this in the test series. So China is the dialogue partner of IORA, then its secretariat is in Mauritius. Okay, and then Indian Ocean carries half of the world's container ship, 1/3 of the world's bulk cargo traffic, 2/3 of the world's oil shipment. So this line and all you should actually by heart. No matter when you are giving your exam, this will be constant. Okay, this you can use whenever a question comes in regard to Indian Ocean. Okay, and it's lifeline of international trade and transport, and the Indian Ocean region is woven together by trade routes and command control of the major sea line. So it's very important in the trade perspective also for all the countries which are bordering there, and also the other western countries also who are trying to enter here. Okay, so this is about Indian Ocean Rim Association, about which already a question came. Now the other one, Indian Ocean Naval Symposium. Okay, so here if you see, more number of countries are there. Here it is a voluntary initiative for maritime cooperation among the navies of the littoral states of the Indian Ocean. This is the exact statement which came in that prelims, okay, 2017. And the inaugural session happened in 2008. This they changed it to 2015. If you see, just one thing, one small thing they changed and made the question difficult. Okay, so every 2 years they will be having meeting. So 2010, at least that fact if you know, okay, it was like everything is even number, 2008, 10, 12, 14 and all. At least then you should have known that UPSC which asked 2015, that was a wrong statement. Okay, so here 2010 in UAE, 2012 South Africa, 2014 Australia, 2016 Bangladesh, 18 in Iran, 20 it went to France, and 22 to Thailand. Okay, so the chair will keep rotating, and totally around 25 nations are there and 8 observer nations are there. Okay, this is the 25 member nations, this one. 25 member nations, and this is the 8 observer nations. So this one again it will be difficult to remember, but nowadays UPSC is asking this type also. They already asked the G20 20 countries list and asked you to find the odd one out kind of question. So this is 25 countries, this also they may ask. Okay, easiest thing is that most of them or all of them are boundaries of this thing. Okay, boundaries of Indian Ocean. There will be exceptions also, like maybe France will be there, okay, or like that some countries will be there which are not having the boundary, so that you have to see. Okay, and the observer state also you have to see, and latest current affair also you have to follow, because your prelims is after 6 months. So after 6 months maybe some more members got added or deleted, that also you have to keep track on this. Okay, so too much detailing was done now because there is an expected question in that article. Okay, now next one is Indian Science Congress, which is happening since the time of Britishers, since 1914 it is happening. Okay, since 1914 it is happening every year in the month of January, and different universities will host it. The Prime Minister will come and inaugurate it. So it's a very important thing, but recently last 3-4 years it's not happening well. There are certain problems. Okay, so 1914 it started for the scientific research and all. There is a body called Indian Science Congress Association, which is the official body which will organize the event. Okay, and it is like under the Department of Science and Technology. So like this, they will discuss everything for science and advanced science and what is happening and all, and it will be inaugurated by the Prime Minister, and there will be like chief guest, like Nobel Prize winners and all will be there as chief guest. So this is the overall static part of this Indian Science Congress. Okay, so now as I told, this LPU was supposed to host it, and they have hosted in the past also, but now some problem happened about, like, they were some questioning about the finance management, and some issues were there that it came in news. Okay, so that news is not important here again. Like, it was originally held in Lucknow in this thing, then that LPU came. So that story, okay, LPU and this thing, that you have not have to worry. Okay, UPSC will not ask that type question. It's kind of half politics and half religion and half this BJP versus Congress, like that. Many issues are there. So that they'll see, they're calling post 2014 event, they're calling it as a circus. So this is all politics. Okay, this will not be important for you. Just know that there is some issues happening in recent events and all. January we'll see like how it goes, the session to 109th edition, how it goes. The static part I taught you, and that is itself enough. Okay, and there are many people who are talking non-scientific things also. Maybe they are talking to about the like Ramayana connection, Mahabharata connection, like gravity was not founded by maybe this person in the West, it is actually there written in our Rig Veda. So that kind of things you can talk. But in an Indian Science Congress, where a lot of scientific community, the students, the colleges, everybody is there, if you start putting lot of the stories of the history or the half mythology, half story, half proven, half not proven, such things doesn't suit well in Indian Science Congress. Okay, the reputation will go. That is why this has been debated. Okay, so that is about the Indian Science Congress. And now one more article, very small article, COP28, Conference of Party of the UNFCCC. This also happens every year in the month of November, December it happens. So UNFCCC is United Nations framework for the Convention on Climate Change, UNFCCC. This happens every year, and they will have a theme, they will have a host. So this time it is here in the Middle East, in Dubai, UAE. Okay, so their health day, okay, for the very first time, these things are usually for environment, fossil fuel and all these things, but the very first time they are focusing on the global health also. Okay, because these lines also you should by heart. Okay, World Health Organization told climate change as the greatest threat to global health in the 21st century. Okay, you can use this in your answer. And then World Bank estimate told climate change could drag more than 100 million people back into extreme poverty by 2030. These are all, if you use in your answer, you are the ones who will clear the mains. Okay, others will not clear. You have to write these points or stats given by the world level bodies. Okay, and then due to negative impacts of climate and health and all, is the reason that we told that many people will go into poverty. Okay, then in comment section you tell me who gives out this index, climate risk index. Sometimes it's called global climate risk index, because in that it's told 8 out of 10 countries most impacted by weather events are the low and middle income countries. Okay, so these three things, okay, one risk index, one World Health Organization, one World Bank, you have to use in your answer. Okay, so December 3 this happened, and that time the inaugural health day. Okay, usually health day and all is not there in this. As I told, only environment and fossil fuel they discuss, that you have to stop using fossil fuel, you have to do renewable energy. That is what we discuss. But for the very first time, a health day happened, and that is why I am discussing this. Okay, because there is a vital link between climate and health, and there is an urgency to address the root cause of this, that is the fossil fuel thing. Okay, and there was an open letter written by 46 million health professional people across the globe. They told that the world government should commit to an accelerated, just and equitable phase out of fossil fuel as the decisive path to health for all. Okay, so that is the reason UNFCCC decided that, okay, we will include something called health day or health ministerial meeting also for the first time they held. Okay, first ever climate health ministerial was happening under the COP presidency and the WHO and the UAE, because they are the host, their health ministry. They all came together and had a health ministry thing where 50 ministers of health participated. Okay, so that is a good sign, and we have to address the rapidly growing burden of climate change on healthcare. Okay, because this will affect your socio-economic things also, and then people will be moving into poverty, as we told in the first slide. Okay, so for the very first time health was discussed. But interesting thing is India was not there. Okay, India was not represented in this health day which happened, but you should know India's relation with health issues, okay, with climate change issues. That also as a separate question can come. In the last 2 decades, India witnessed a significant rise in extreme temperature, heat stress event, cyclone, flood, droughts and malnutrition. Okay, in 2019, it ranked 7th globally for the severe impact of climate change in the, again, see, Global Climate Risk Index. Tell me in comment section who gives out this. And then there's a assessment, India 2003 assessment, 23 assessment of extreme weather event. Okay, it is given by Down to Earth magazine and the CSE, okay, Center for Science and Environment. These two have given this, and there also India has seen a disaster nearly every day in the first 9 months of the year. So the disaster can be heat wave, cold wave, cyclone, lightning, heavy rain, floods, landslide, anything. Every day one thing has happened in different parts of India, and still India was not represented here. Okay. And see again more data. It claimed around 3,000 lives. It affected 1.84 million hectares of agriculture, then 80,000 houses, killed almost 92,000 livestock. So these data you can use in this year's exam also, next year's exam also, any exam also. Okay, these are all in the newspaper, and this won't be there in your coaching notes or magazines which you are reading. Okay, then Reserve Bank of India also gave a report in which 4.5% of the country's GDP could be jeopardized by 2030 due to the impact of extreme heat and humidity. Okay, so if you quote the Reserve Bank of India, the WHO, the World Bank, you will get extra points, extra marks in the exam. Okay, and rising air pollution also, at least 1.6 million premature death has happened in 2019. Okay, so we have the other things also, malaria, malnutrition, diarrhea, like that. Such problems are also there, which is all leading to strained public health infrastructure also in the country. Okay, because that many patients come to hospital and all, we may not be able to handle at a time because our infrastructure is still in progress. Okay, so planning is needed. It is like not like a choice or something. It is like mandatory that you have to work on health related things in India. 700 million Indians in rural areas are there, okay, who are affected by this climate sensitivity, okay, because they depend on their life for agriculture, fishery, forest, natural resources like water, maybe mining, minerals, mangroves, coastal. These are all depending on the climate. Okay, if climate changes, these things also get affected, their economy also get affected, their health also get affected in rural. So it's very, very important that India be part of such health initiatives or health days also. Okay, so in the immediate and in the long term, we should try to find solution, and the focus should be to ensure that the population can cope up with everything and then contribute to sustainable development. And this last line you can use as your conclusion. Integrating health into climate planning is not only economically prudent, reducing healthcare cost and increasing productivity, but also strategically crucial for the overall effectiveness and sustainability of climate action in India. This, just like this, if you by heart and write it in your exam, health and climate, you will get full marks. Okay, so these things and all many people don't realize. That is why I tell, keep watching my editorial every single day and you will easily clear the mains. Okay, and for prelims, you have to enroll to our test series, which will have same kind of detailing in bullet points, in picture format, in many graph format, many things I give you that you should ideally clear this year itself. Okay, so come and contact us in WhatsApp, and if you are enrolled to Pack 4, Pack 5, make sure you claim all these gifts which we have started this year. Even to our old students we are giving, even if you are enrolled to last year or to before or any 5 years, like last 5 years when we started test series, all of you who are prelims plus main student can come and claim this gift. Okay, and other things tell in comment section what all we have to improve. I'll try to give it to you. Okay, these many free lectures are there, but don't watch it without the foundation which we give in the WhatsApp. Okay, and follow us on Instagram also for more updates. I'll come up with the next episode. Thank you and have a nice day.